Okay, I'm here at Rossmonster. We're gonna take a look at the Havn. Brand spanking new, guys. You guys get the sneak peek. This is so cool.
I guess we'll start out on the outside if we want to go to the front and maybe give her a little look-see. So we're super excited about the Havn. It's one of those products that we've had on the roadmap for a while, but it takes a lot to figure out where this exists in the marketplace and how to get it and figure out the price point, because price point always matters to everybody, right? So this is our Havn. We launched it 3 weeks ago. This is actually the prototype. The production units will start coming off within the next 3 weeks. So we'll start seeing them on the road pretty regularly. Right now, this is the only one. This is the color that will come standard. The thing about a box, and the thing that I care about deeply, is color. And it sounds silly, but I really wanted our box to be a one color box and chassis. So some of the wait times and the launching of this just existed in the fact that we needed the box to match the chassis, or we wanted to. So it's really cool. What we have here on this side, you can see, is we actually have a Van Compass suspension kit, full suspension kit. It's not a Van Compass suspension kit and then you miss some of the features to save cost. This is a full 4.3 Van Compass suspension kit with all the bells and whistles that you'd expect. This is a heavy vehicle and we want it to drive well. So we were very conscious about keeping the drivability of these units. That involved creating or making it a super single. So instead of the 6 wheels, we only have 4, and then upgrading the wheels and tires also. And then on the side, you can see we have the Van side step. And then we kind of move over all the way through the side of the box, all the way around. You can see we have these giant storage hatches. This is my favorite one. It's ginormous. I mean, you can put everything you could possibly think of. And these are metal. So metal with metal latches, and they are water sealed. I think that is really important. When you put things in somewhere, you really want to make sure that they're taken care of. And then this is, just opened it up, our back hatch, or our garage. This garage has a lot of like little hidden features that I like to call out. We have L-track all the way through the side and all the way right here. The purpose for that is a lot of people like to carry bikes. And we wanted to make sure that this height made sense, so that people that have e-bikes and heavier side bikes, you can actually have a ramp here and they all fit inside, secure, out of the weather. A lot of people like to go to Baja. The weather there can like destroy bikes really quickly. And that's kind of the thought process here, is having this giant garage. And it's kind of a little bit of a twofold. We just got back from an expo, so I apologize for the mess. But this is something that's kind of cool. This comes from our custom background, where we want customers to be able to service their vehicles themselves as best as possible. We do have dealer partners throughout the United States that will support customers. But the fact that everything is labeled, if you have a water leak or you end up figuring out how to make this leak, it will come from here. This is a continual flex hose. If water freezes, the only thing that's going to expand is the metal fittings. It's not the hose. The hose isn't going to break. You're not going to have like a giant water leakage throughout your unit. And it's all here. And if you do have a leak, all you have to do is turn it and it's off and you're good to go. And then you can service it yourself. The idea is that if you have a flathead screwdriver, you can do about 90% of the service yourself, is the idea. You know, it's a hope, not an expectation. And then on the other side, you can see this is our hot water system, our water pump. We actually provide a nice little flathead screwdriver. So like we're really trying to think about the customers and make sure that if there is any issues, that they're supported. Inside of here, this is actually a diesel fired heater. It heats your unit off of the diesel. It also has, we'll get into the inside, but it has heated floors on top of heated air, which is really nice. You have that ambient heat going through. And then on the other side, we have our electrical systems. So the thought process on not having a door on this side, these doors are fairly big, but we didn't want to sacrifice your storage on the outside. I'm gonna eat my words a little bit because I know Owl came out with some storage for their back hatch that didn't exist when we were coming out with this, but it is the same process or thought process where you can add boxes, you can add bike racks if you want, you have this full-size spare tire on the back. And with that, we felt like the door would limit the capabilities. So this is a Victron system. It's a 1,000 amp hour system, so around 12.5 kilowatts of energy. All of these systems, what we really love about Victron is it connects to the internet. And what we love about Starlink is that this can connect to your Starlink, and if you ever have any issues, all you have to do is phone us and say, hey, my battery or something isn't working right, and we can actually remote into your system and diagnose it. The other part about Victron parts is that all of these parts can be overnighted in a regular box, and it can be switched out either by you, or if you're not super confident in that, by one of our dealers in your area, which really, like, again, the thought process is if you're off grid or you're thousands of miles away from home, you're not stuck with a brick if anything breaks. So all about the RV life is serviceability. Like, we're not guaranteeing you won't have issues. We're guaranteeing that we'll support you through those issues. On this side, you have your smart plug, and then you also have your fresh water connection. It has 40 gallons of fresh water. So we have 16 gallons of gray. It's 2 8-gallon tanks. We have an 8-gallon tank for your shower, and you have an 8-gallon tank for your sink on the other side. Thought process with that is that will get you 2 to 3 days without having to dump. I mean, 8 gallons is not amazing, but it solves for the problems that you need. If you need to dump, it's pretty easy to find any dump station, any RV campground, and it'll still get you quite a few days between the two because they're separate, so you're not filling one tank. So we chose to use a cassette toilet. This is a 5-gallon cassette toilet. Might be 5.5-gallon cassette toilet. That is the preferred option, I think, in the RV industry. What we do say is if you're getting an ordered unit and you don't want the cassette tank, it's not really hard to not cut a hole, and we provide every other toilet under the sun. I know toilets are a big hot button issue, so we kind of have a solution for what you want. You tell us what toilet you want to use, we can. But on the RV lots, we're doing cassette toilet. The benefit there is it's a flushable toilet. It's what you expect. And I personally, it's a personal option that I choose. I prefer to dump one amount of liquid at once instead of two, where a lot of toilets are separators now. So I measured it with a tape measure, so it's very unscientific, but we got 10.8. 10.8 to the air conditioner. It's 10.6 to the top, and then the air conditioner pops out a little bit more than that. So, and then it's 24 feet long, and then 81 inches wide. Yeah, so this is actually our box. So this is our box pre-boxed. This is our sidewalls. So it's a composite core, essentially very similar to styrofoam. That's what gets us super light. Our floor actually weighs way more. Our floor weighs about double what this weighs. The idea there is it's holding the weight of the vehicle. All of our walls and our roof are made out of this, and that keeps our weight very, very low. So out of the factory, we're at 9,600 pounds, which gives you, I think, off the top of my head, 1,200 pounds of extra like stuff to bring, which is fairly industry leading. There's a lot of manufacturers that like things to leave where you put 2 people in the front seat and you're technically over GVWR pretty quickly. So we're pretty excited about that. It was a lot better number than we were expecting, so we were really happy with that. So all of our chassis come as pebble gray, and then actually from Mercedes, it's very impressive. The back of this cab is covered with plywood. Like they ship it with plywood. It is very basic. And then all of our boxes are paint matched from the factory, pebble gray, so that everything kind of matches. And it's that lighter color. So when you're dealing with the summer, obviously it'll stay much cooler than a darker color. And then we have our nice steps in. So I guess we'll head inside. There we go. That's the way I like to keep it. But I guess I can say welcome to the Havn. So this chair is full 3-point seat belt. It swivels and also becomes a bed or a dog bed, depending on who you have with you. That's super cool because when you're driving forward, you have the 3-point seat belts, you have the safety. If you're only riding with 2 people, this is the way I like to keep it. This is amazing. You can have coffee, look out your door in the morning. It's beautiful. So this has cloth seats. It's a prototype, but all of our manufactured units will have leather seats, adaptive cruise control, Apple CarPlay, all of the bells and whistles that you'd expect out of a Mercedes will have. This has all of them. It just happens to have cloth seats in it. So, and these seats do swivel. I think that's a big game changer when it comes to like livability and space. We have the kind of the eagle's nest up there, but both of these seats swivel, so you can actually have dinner here with 4 people also. Yeah, so this lagoon mount, we actually have several lagoon mounts. We have this lagoon mount here, and then back there you have 2 different options for lagoon mounting. So I think you said like working from the road. I always have it up there. The difference is this is what you don't see right now is the bed. The bed is a Murphy bed and it folds down, so you have to take the lagoon and put it over here when you want to put the bed down. The bed is like proper bed. It's probably the most comfortable bed you'll ever sleep in. It's really cool. So the cushions just slide out from here. We had, I'll even comment on it now. We had a lot of comments saying that the TV is not in use when the bed is down. So we're working on a bracket to move it. I think we're just gonna have a bracket very similar to the lagoon table where you can put the TV where you want. We hear you and we will fix that. So just 2 buttons, folds down. And then you have a proper Super Queen. And this is the mattress that we use in all of our units. We're so proud of this mattress. A lot of our customers actually have this, but in the residential size for their own beds. That's how like confident I am that this will be the most confident mattress you'll ever have in an RV. Additionally, you have some storage in the back, and then we also have lights, reading lights, and you also have the window. We don't want to sacrifice the window on that side. Even when the bed is hung up, you still have the ability to view on the outside. Yeah, so the lights have USB-C on them. So the USB-C to USB-C, most phones are that way, so that was kind of the 110. The 110, you'll have a 110 right here by the bed. And then you'll also have a 110 under here, and you have a 110 right here, and then you have a 110, oop, I don't want to, oh yeah, there you go, right there. And then you also have some hidden 110s. You have a hidden 110 here, and then we will also be adding some switches. So some of the requests was switches. So right now all of your technology is controlled through our screen. We have a Garmin screen on the wall right here. That controls all of your systems. We will also have 3-way switches so that you can turn your lights off from bed, stuff like that. A lot of people want to know, I think we got a question yesterday over the internet, like, where do you put your clothes? Well, we have tons of storage. This goes all the way back. We left it open. It's modular. If you want to make something out of it, you can. These are split cabinets, so you can put a lot of clothing in here. And then this is one of your 2 closets that we have in here. I like to call this a pantry. I generally use it as a pantry. When we went to Overland Expo, that's what I used it for. And then I put the espresso machine right here. So if you happen to have an espresso machine, it fits here perfectly. The little baby Breville works perfect. As we move over, we have a sink, nice sink. And then we have the induction cooktop here. We have more storage here with access to your gray tank. You have your trash can. And then We have all of this storage underneath here, soft close, and then more storage underneath here. As much as possible. We have more storage. This is your mini closet. That's good for, you know, mini pillows if you want to make the bed look nice and stuff like that. This is, I don't want to overlook, this is a Breville combi. This is a microwave air fryer oven that's residential. We just put it in here. And the benefit there, you can make cinnamon rolls. I've done it. It's amazing. And it works really well. It's not one of those tuned down to work with the old style electric. You have 1,000 amp hours. This thing pumps heat. I'll go over your your second closet while I'm here. We have a little toilet paper in there right now. What will be available is a pole, so that if you need to put suits or dresses or whatever, you can do that, which is, I think, is really cool. You have more storage underneath your fridge and freezer. So this is a fridge freezer combo. This is all fridge. And then this is all freezer. A lot of people want just more freezer space. And the benefit is when you open your door, you don't lose all your freezer. Each one is connected, but you're not losing all of your air. So each one of these is a freezer section. And because it's harder to cool, it takes more energy, they have actually created little ducts here to make sure you don't lose all your freezer, which I think is so cool. You can have a lot of chicken tenders. So we're really excited about the bath. Like, my wife helped design this. The little things like you have a mirror. People thought about that. We're actually going to move the mirror right here so you can have it over the vanity. This is a shower toilet combo, and then you also have your vent fan that turns on up here. It opens up, and then I'm trying to find the button for you. Oh, it's right here. And then you have the vent, and then you have the shower curtain, and you have dedicated hot and cooled water. What's really cool that depending on what kind of winter sports that you're into, or even if you like to shower, there's 40 gallons of water, but a lot of people like to take military showers anyway. Water on, soap up, water off. What's really cool is you can see down here is vents. So it's a heated shower. So you can turn that heat on, pump it hot, and when you turn the water off, you're not freezing your butt off when you're soaping up. You actually have that heat still running, so you're not cool. It sounds trivial, but it's really, really nice. And when you're trying to stretch 40 gallons as much as possible, I think it's really cool.
If you're interested in getting one of these, we got to contact these guys. What's the retail price going for one of these?
$2.99.
$2.99, guys. Dig deep in your pocketbook. Find that cashola. I love this back section. Oh my gosh. You can work and sit. It's your sleeping area. It's fantastic. Okay, I'm here with Thor at Rossmonster. We're looking at the Havn. By the way, this thing is super, super cool with lots of bad background noise.